Welcome back, guys. Daddy Luka is in the building. First episode since he became a father. Today is gonna be an episode for my birthday. So I'm gonna be hitting 25, 8th of July. So there's gonna be 25 questions in honor of me reaching 25 with Luka Delic. So before Luka, thanks for being on. Been a long time. How is it being a dad?
It's great. It's Jordan Peterson. He just put out like a series of videos on parenting.
Okay, yeah.
And he put like a trailer out, and he says it perfectly. He says like becoming a parent is the most challenging and difficult thing that you will do in your life, but it's also the most rewarding and gives you the most joy and the most fulfillment that you can receive. And also, like, I believe a lot in, like, if you want to have, like, all great things require sacrifice.
True.
And the greater the thing is, the bigger the sacrifice. Yeah. And having newborns, it's the biggest sacrifice you can give.
8 weeks. They're 8 weeks old.
Yeah, now they're 8 weeks old. But I mean, like, from 0 to 8 weeks, I sacrifice everything.
Yeah. Like
my sleep, my time. Like, I don't choose anything anymore. They decide when I eat, when I take my shower, when I do anything. So it's literally I don't think there's a bigger sacrifice you can do than having newborns. But at the same time, it's the biggest love that you'll ever feel in your life. So I feel like it's like a perfectly made.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't, if you didn't love them that much, no one would raise them.
Of course, but who would? I mean, it seems too hard. But what would you say is like the biggest thing you learned? Because before having kids, like you said, you didn't know it was that hard. What was like the biggest thing that surprised you from having kids? Like, oh shit, I never would have thought this would have been so hard. Is there like a specific thing maybe?
Like they say it a lot, but I think like you really understand it once you have kids. It's like you almost forget that you exist.
Okay.
And because before you have kids, you're always thinking about yourself, and it's normal because you're yourself and your parents are parents. Like you don't.
No, you're not gonna take care of your parents.
You're not always thinking about them. Oh, how are they feeling? Is he feeling good or sad? Like I don't think about that. Like of course, if my mother is sad, I'll be sad and I'll try to find out what it is. But I'm 99% of the time, I'm always thinking about me, myself. Mm-hmm. Like, how am I feeling? Oh, I'm feeling like tired or angry or sad or happy. But when you have kids, like, you forget that you exist. Like, mm-hmm. I almost never think about myself. I'm like, okay, I need to think about myself a little bit now.
After
after I thought about them so much, now I'm like, okay, now I can think about myself. But I think that's healthy, because like when you have kids, you become much more less
egoistic.
Your ego goes much less, and I think you become a better human being because you understand that the whole world doesn't run around you. Like when you're by yourself, you think everything goes around you. You think, oh, you're the center of the universe, mm-hmm. which is normal. But when you have kids, that's one of the biggest lessons that for me, like. And also, like, another thing that I didn't know is, like, the best way that I can say it is that your whole life changes in one single moment. So your life is a certain way, mm-hmm. and then you have kids, and then everything changes that same moment. Your life is completely different.
Like in seconds.
Like from let's say the first day is like the honeymoon. You're at the hospital, and the nurses, they help you a lot.
Yeah.
So they help, and they show you, and they take them, and so you feel like... And also the first time you see him, like you're not like how do I take him? How do I? You don't know. So the nurses, they show you, but then when you get home, like your whole life is different, completely, because everything runs around them. Mm-hmm. Like they're the schedule. Like you cannot make a schedule. Like they're gonna.
It's crazy work.
That's
man.
the best. That's one the best thing I can say.
I always wanted to know now, since you have kids, I can ask you, and you have an answer for it. Is. So, of course, you love your kids more than anything in the world, right?
Yeah.
But when does that love come? Is it when your wife is pregnant? Is it when they literally come out of her? Or, like, when does that love establish firmly?
When you see them for the first time.
Okay, so that's when so it was different when Jacinthe told you, oh, I'm pregnant. And then when she actually gave birth, there was like a shift of...
But I don't know, like, this is the first time that my wife was pregnant. Mm-hmm. So I think maybe when you have your second, you know how it is. But like when we learned that she was pregnant, I was very happy. And during the pregnancy, we were happy, but we didn't know what was having kids.
Yeah, because they weren't there yet.
So, and I didn't know how it was.
Yeah.
Like it's my first time, so you're learning. You remember our parents, they always told us that with me, they learned, and with you, they knew. But that's so true.
You're the firstborn.
Yeah, because when you don't have kids, you don't know.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, like in the stomach, it's like it's not real yet. Even if the stomach gets bigger and bigger and bigger, like but when you see them for the first time that you look at them,
life-changing.
You have this like moment of like, like my whole body, I felt like a positive emotion inside of me of just pure love.
Okay, is it something you never felt before in your life?
Never felt before in my life.
Really?
And you know,
Okay.
our dad always told us that the best days of his life was when you were born and I was born.
Yeah.
But the best day of my life was 6 May 2025 because that day I was so full of pure love. I cannot explain to you. It's like I
Really?
did drugs.
Okay.
It's crazy, bro.
Really?
It's insane. Like you.
Okay, yeah.
Like
So that's what I wanted to know because I never really like. I understand every parent saying, "Oh, I love my kid more than anything in the world," but is it so? It's exactly when they're born and when you see them for the first time, it's mind.
You look at them for the first time,
Life-changing.
like for real. Like you look at them and you're like.
So you cannot explain it.
You cannot explain it. You just feel, the best way I can explain it is you feel pure love in like vibrating in your body. That's what I felt.
And it's something you never felt before in your life.
No, and I haven't felt it since the day they were born. Like now I still have that love for them, but now I need to take care of them and I go to work and I need to live my life. So
It's not the same dopamine hit.
it's not the same dopamine hit, but you see like when, like in the beginning, they were like not very like a conscious, but now they're more and more conscious. So the first time that they looked me in my eyes, like then I had a little bit of that feeling of when they were born.
Okay, yeah.
And the first time they looked in my eyes and they smiled, it was not as intense, but close to that feeling.
Very similar.
Just pure love.
Yeah, damn.
It's
man.
crazy, bro. And like I can tell it to you, and you can try to understand it, but you need to have some to understand.
Yeah. That's what I think it is because even if you tell me, I can be like, okay, so let me get ready for like the craziest experience, but I still cannot like literally know what it's like because it never happened to me.
You know, you need to live it.
Yeah.
You only need to live it. It's a crazy.
Gotta be
it's
crazy,
a crazy
man.
thing.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start with 25 questions. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so we have some stupid questions. We have some good questions, smart questions, football questions, sporty questions. Let's do the first one. So the first one is shout out to Peter Griffin, Family Guy. How many 8-year-olds could you beat up in a row in a street fight? Like, be honest. Like, how many 8-year-olds at the same time could you beat up?
They're all attacking me at the same time.
Yeah. Like, honestly. Like, don't say at 1 million. Like, give me a real number.
Like I would need to see the 8-year-old to see how he looks.
8-year-old, they're like troisième année du primaire.
Man.
Fuck, man.
I think they're gonna get the best of me like when my cardio runs out.
Yeah.
But
After how many will your cardio run out?
I don't know. It depends. I don't know. It's hard to say. But at least 100.
100, right?
At least.
I think 100.
But I think maybe
easy.
after 100 because if you want to kill one, you need to like punch him hard or kick him hard.
Yeah.
So every time, man, hit the punching bag 100 times hard.
No,
You'll
know,
be
it's
fucking
really-
destroyed after.
It's really fucking hard. But how are they gonna kill you? They can't choke you out.
No, but I'll just be like slow, like I'll just be tired, and they'll just be like jumping on me and trying to choke me little by little and like stomp on me, and I don't know.
And
They'll
it's
find a
gonna
way
be a slow death.
because you're just gonna be more tired.
Okay, but what if, I mean, while they are stomping on you and hitting you, you regain cardio because it's like
Maybe.
a resting moment,
maybe.
right?
Maybe because I don't think I think it will need maybe a couple of hours to kill me.
Yeah.
Like really, like they're just gonna
Of
hurt
course,
me.
yeah.
But they're not gonna kick hard or punch hard.
They're not.
It's gonna be like a little. So maybe I can have like a 1 hour break where they fuck me up a little bit, but then I come back and I kill another 100.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. That's a
That's a good. You know what Peter Griffin said?
That's a good question.
He said depends. If you back me up to a wall and just I go fucking rampage on them, I think, yeah, how many you want? Bro?
No, but then the cardio.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And he's a fat guy, so I don't know. Maybe he can kill 20 and then he'll be wheezing hard, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's
Because
a really.
you need to like. If you want to be effective, you want to one punch kill.
Yeah.
So you need to punch
Well,
pretty
beat up.
hard.
It's beat up.
So, okay, but,
So
but you want to kill him so he's out. If
So-
you just beat him up, he's gonna lag and come back. So your goal is to kill them, right? So you need to, and you want to be efficient.
Yeah.
So you throw haymakers. One haymaker dead. One haymaker dead. But after 100 haymakers, because
Do
if
you
you don't
think
kill
one
them,
haymaker you can kill them?
like one good haymaker to the temple, I think I can kill. But if you don't kill
A good
them,
one.
if you don't kill them,
Uppercut.
they're just gonna come back.
Come back, yeah.
So you need to
have
kill
to
them.
eliminate him.
You need to kill them.
You have to eliminate.
So you're throwing haymakers. I think after maybe 50 haymakers, I'm fucking tired.
Well, yeah, but then you can rest. They're all gonna be hitting you, and then you rest. So I think that's gonna be like good cardio. Good cardio workout,
I
but
think maybe more than 100.
before you get rested up, or
No, but like
before
they kill me, like, you
okay.
can kill more than 100, I think. But I don't know, man. You need to hit them fucking hard, man. To
Yeah.
kill them one shot.
And that's the thing, like, how motivated are they? Are you like fucking little psychopaths ready to kill the shit out of you? Yeah, okay, little psychopaths. No knife, no nothing.
I don't think maybe
They have little hands. They can fucking choke you out. Maybe if they're like 5, putting pressure on your neck and shit.
Man, that's a good question, Peter.
Yeah, how many? Yeah, it's a question we'll never figure out. So next question: what age will you let your kids have social media accounts?
Like the thing that I find nice right now is like, because my kids are just born now, so they're gonna be part of a new generation. And like my generation, I'm 28. Like I had social media when I was like 14. And I remember I received souvenirs now that like I wrote something like, oh, I'm hungry.
On Facebook.
Because when we had it, it was like fuck shit. We're just fucking around, writing whatever. Nobody took it seriously. And then when we got older, people took it seriously. And now the generation of kids now that are like 10, 15, they grew up and it was serious right away. And I like right now schools in Quebec, like high schools, they're banning phones. In high schools. I think there's gonna, I hope so, because I don't want to deal with that shit. I hope that by the time my kids get old enough, like whatever, to have a phone or whatever, that the mentality around social media and technology is going to change, because it's like, you know, when cigarettes got out, everyone smoked. Yeah. Because no one thought about the...
And also doctors at that time said that it was healthy for you.
And everyone was smoking, even doctors at the school, everyone was smoking. But then people were like, oh, smoking is stupid. So social media was brand new for us and for the newer generations. So everyone were just on it like addicts. But I think more and more now people realize that it's stupid a little bit, and that's honestly a big fucking waste of time. That like for every 1 hour that you're on that, there's maybe 5 minutes that's productive, and that's maybe being even nice. In 55 minutes.
Depends for who. Depends for who.
I even work with my phone, and honestly, like
but you don't work with social media.
I don't work with social media, but you can work with social media, and then that's different. But I think it's gonna be. But honestly, like to answer your question, I want them to at least be like. Even if you give them as teenagers, it's gonna fuck them up. But at the same time, if I tell them to not have some and all their friends have some, then that's fucking hard, man.
That's the thing, because I mean, especially social media, like you said before, when we started off with Facebook, I was like 9 or 10 when my dad made me an account, and I was just like, okay. And when I look at the stupid things we were writing at the time, it was like the stupidest thing. It was like, oh, I went to the park today, haha. Then your friends like, haha, where were you? Like stupid stuff like that.
No one took it seriously.
Of course, now it's way more popular. And also, some people build businesses on social media, just like a podcast. It's just it's like without social media, it doesn't exist. So there's many businesses around social media, which is really important. So people can be really productive if they have a social media account, which is more business and whatever. But especially nowadays, it's so fucking popular amongst everyone. Like you said, if all of their friends have social media, how can you tell them, oh, you can't have a social media account? And even when you're a teenager from, let's say, 12 to 19, you're like in your puberty phase. So that's where it's the hardest time to actually be on social media.
Yeah, because you don't know who you are and you're trying to find yourself out. And then on social media, like everyone's like, I think one of the worst things about social media, and it even does it to me, I'm older, I'm 28, I'm more mature. But when I'm too much on social media, I start comparing myself always to others because it's just like a normal thing we do. You watch people, oh, look at this guy, he's on a Lamborghini, on a yacht, he has that many followers, whatever, and he looks rich and successful. And so, even if you're the strongest minded person in the world, if you spend too much time on it, you'll start comparing yourself to others, and you'll be sad.
Yeah, and also social media is really fake. Like some people really drive Lamborghinis, but some people it's so fake they create a fake image, and then you can get all stuck up on that fake image of someone, but all along it was fake.
And you know what? I think everyone does that to a certain extent.
What sense? Like faking their.
Like some people fake a lot, but I think we all. Like I try to do it like not a lot. I try to like really not care what other people think, and just post like organically when I want to post, and I don't really think about like. But at the same time, like I want like my feed to look good, right?
Yeah,
everyone thinks that.
Of course,
everyone like if you don't tell me that, you're a fucking liar.
No, of course,
we all want our feed to look good.
Of course,
everyone. No one's like I'm gonna post. No,
but there's a difference
we're all
between
faking it to a certain point.
Of course, I agree, but there's also a difference between wanting your feed to look the best it can, representing your real life, and wanting to look the best no matter what cost, faking it to the full extent or whatever, going at whatever cost. And there's a difference. So I feel like, social media, it's good because how I see it is it's a way to share memories with friends, families, and also I feel like now people use Instagram to share photos just because they use like an album, right? I put all my photos there so I can look back on memories. So I feel like if you use it well, it can always be well. But like, if you were to put a certain, like a specific age, like 14, 15, just to answer the question.
I would like, honestly, I would wait until they're adults, but that's impossible.
No, but okay, so if you could have like this perfect world.
Until Milan is 25 and Elena is like 21.
25, really?
Because men, our brains develop until we're 25.
Yeah.
Like,
so right now, I shouldn't have social media if
but you're going to be 25 in 1 week.
Yeah, but I had it since.
But technically, like the men's brain, like our prefrontal cortex, which like takes. I'm not a scientist, maybe I'm fucking it up. But we're not still like fully developed, so you're still a little bit like immature, stupid a little bit. And it's only when you reach 25, I think. Like in an ideal world, once they're adults, because now they can use it in a smart way.
Yeah, of course.
Because there's a lot of positive. Like people like to hate on social media, and like when people talk about social media, it's only like the negative.
Yeah.
But we all use it. So let's stop faking like there's nothing good. There's a lot of good shit from social media.
Yeah, just like everything.
There's a lot of positive shit.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of negative stuff, and I think for kids. It can damage them in a big way if they have it too young. Like they can watch a lot of videos, like a lot of people getting killed, or like being like I think.
Or watching, not to cut you off, but or watching stupid TikTok trends. Like there was a trend in Serbia which was popping on their TikTok feed for Serbian little kids, where it was like a challenge: how long can you hang from the neck without you needing air? Kids were doing that challenge. I don't know how the fuck that's even a challenge, but they're young, right? They don't know. They just want to be cool on social media, whatever. And a kid ended up dying in a little village where our mom is from.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because he was not because he wanted to kill himself, but he was doing that trend on TikTok. So man, it's.
You see that, and also like I think one of the biggest things of our generation is porn addiction. Man, there's so many like little kids. Like I don't even want to know at what age they start watching porn. Like I know me, like when I was young and
like 12,
it started to
13.
interest me. I watched, but I was like Google Images, Pamela Anderson, like holy fuck. And then when I was like 16, then there was like Pornhub and all that shit. But now like kids, they have phones at what like 8, 10.
Yeah.
So right then they start watching porn. So then they watch.
Yeah, well you have to be interested because when you're 8, 9, you're not really interested in.
I know, but
women and
we don't know the new generation and what they do, man. Like
we'll see.
But I think you need to. Like it's a dangerous world a little bit. I don't want to sound like a boomer, man, but in an ideal world when they're adults, that would be the best. But I know that's not possible.
That's the thing. Like, of course, in an ideal world, 25, 21. I mean, 25 for me is a bit much. I would have said like 19, 20. Once they finish like being teenagers or whatever.
But at 20, men are still stupid, man.
Yeah, but you're still out of high school. You're not in high school, and
But you're still. And like I said, in an ideal world, 25.
Yeah.
But I know it's not possible.
Okay, next question. What do you think future generations will look back on from today and be shocked by? It's a tough question, huh?
I think internet and internet is gonna change a lot. Because right now, internet is like the Wild West. Mm-hmm. Like the thing that happens right now is that like people who are like in power, like in the governments, they're like older guys. Like I watched Mark Zuckerberg go in front of like a U.S. Congress and they're trying to grill him to regulate social media, but they ask such stupid questions, like because they're boomers. Like they don't know. Like it's like if we asked our mom regulate social media, she doesn't know social media. She uses it like a person who's her age.
She doesn't care about social media.
But she doesn't like know the intricacies and all this stuff that the young people do.
Yeah.
So I think like now like the new generation, they're gonna go into politics and they're going to understand social media, and I think it's going to get regulated a lot because there's a lot of shit that happens. Like
they're going to regulate social media a lot, that's for sure. Yeah, they have.
They need to regulate it
because it's going to be so big, and it already is so big that you have to regulate it to a certain extent, of course.
So I think future generation are going to say like, wow, like before, like the internet was just wide open. There wasn't like any laws. Mm-hmm. There's going to be more and more laws around it.
You think so? I think so. I hope so because it has to be regulated. Me, one thing I hope that in the future, people are going to be like, let's say in 20, 30, 50 years, they're going to be like, wow, there was really a woke phase. Like, you know, now when we look at the hippie phase, we're like, yeah, okay, I understand, but it was stupid.
Hippie phase wasn't that bad. They just wanted peace and love.
No, I know, yeah.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, no, but it's stupid.
No, but like the pure message is like peace
course,
and love.
But when you understand that it's not possible, you're like, it's a bit stupid. That's what I mean.
But the ideal is smart. Like wokeism, the ideal is stupid.
Yeah. Wokeism, in my opinion, everything is stupid regarding it. Of course, like hippies. But when you look at hippies, you're like, I understand, like in a fairy tale world, peace and love is good, but
it's a smart message at least.
Yeah, it's like the Bible, you know. It's a good message.
Like wokeism is like nothing exists anymore. Like men, women don't exist. Whatever, like everything goes. Like that's not logical.
And also the DEI and not needing to earn a certain position, but still getting the position.
Yeah, all that shit.
Yeah, that's one
retarded.
Yeah, that's one thing I hope that in the future we're like. I can't believe they were like that in 2025 and 2015.
But you know what? I think social media contributes to that a lot.
A lot. Because I think people who love wokeism are more engaged and open on social media than people who don't give a fuck. Like let's look at our friends who aren't woke, who work blue collar jobs. They also don't really give a fuck about social media and don't really have like social media accounts. But people who do care more about being out there, like Hollywood is really woke because more liberals work in Hollywood and more woke people tend to go for Hollywood and artistic jobs than people who don't give a fuck about wokeism and who aren't woke or libtards or whatever. So I feel like I hope that's one thing that will change a lot in the future.
But it's gonna change because it's not logical.
Yeah, it doesn't make
They cannot stay.
But that's why I said with hippies, it was the same thing.
Yeah,
the message is beautiful. They just wanted peace and love, like understand, but it's not logical.
But it's just the way they were doing it, like dressing up and doing drugs. But at least the message was like, I think human beings we should aspire to that peace and love. Like war is disgusting, man.
Of course.
I know we say like, oh, war happens and it always happens, it will always happen, but it's fucking sad. Like war is disgusting, man. It's fucking. And now, especially that I have kids, I'm like, my kids are gonna go to war and die like for a stupid cause. Like, that's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, I know.
Honestly, it's a waste of human beings.
Especially in the hippie phase of like the 60s, they just finished with Second World War, and then now America was going to the Vietnam War, so they were filled with like big
and they
wars.
were right. They just went there for it was bullshit.
Yeah, and Vietnam War.
Were right.
Yeah. Okay, next question. What's one lesson you learned from our parents that you hope to pass on to your kids, and one you hope to unlearn?
Man, like a big thing also that you learn about being a father is like being a parent is like you're not perfect as a human being, right? And when you're not perfect with your children, man, like, and you never felt the feeling of being guilty and ashamed as much as when you're not perfect with your children, because you love them so much. And sometimes maybe as a new father, like I think the classic is you lose patience because it's so demanding. And then sometimes like you lose patience in a moment and like you're not perfect as you start being mad or whatever.
Yeah.
But then you feel so much ashamed. You feel so bad like inside of you. So I know like when I was younger, like, you know, our parents now, like when we're older, they always saying sorry. Oh, sorry for when I did that to you when you were younger. And we're like, oh, like, stop,
okay.
stop,
Yeah, who cares?
But now I understand their pain. It's such a big pain, man, because you love them so much.
Yeah.
But it's normal. Like you need to accept that as a new parent. So, like I'd say that was that would be a lesson that I learned from them is like you don't be too hard on yourself as a parent because you're not perfect. You know, be perfect. Like, so when you're not perfect with them, like be nice with yourself, but you're still gonna like be ashamed so much. And now I understand like their pain.
Yeah.
It's not cool. Like me and you, I remember like when dad is like, oh, sorry,
for
I yelled at you or whatever. I'm like, oh, stop talking about that old guy. I don't care. But for him, it's a big thing.
Yeah.
It's a very big thing for him. And he's still probably sad today.
Yeah.
He would take that back in a heartbeat.
Yeah. And what's one thing you wish you could unlearn that you learned from our parents? Let me answer this one for you. I'm short-tempered and screaming from our dad.
Yeah, 100%.
Zach Attack, shout out.
1,000% because
he was short-tempered.
Yeah, but I think I'm less bad than him.
Yeah,
and I think that's the goal too. I think that's the goal too. Like because what your parents are not perfect.
Yeah.
But you learn so much from your parents. Like the things that my dad did, like when he was short-tempered and angry, I mean, I hated that. But now I do it.
Yeah, I do it. I'm also very short-tempered now.
Because that's
like I snap immediately, but that's our dad. Like he used to snap immediately. I also, like at work or wherever, there's no like, let me build up to it. It's like snap immediately.
But you know what? It's because when you're young, your brain is still developing, like the neural connections. So what you see your parents do, that literally like fingerprints your mind. And it's so hard to unlearn because it's like fingerprinted in your brain. Then you need to work on yourself very, 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 very hard to take that away. And also, like I learned, but I heard Gabor Mate talk about this. He says that to unlearn a bad habit, it's as hard as learning a language, because a bad habit, it's like
subconscious.
Like you know how you know French. Do you need to think about knowing French?
No.
You just know French.
Yeah.
So it's the same about being short-tempered. You don't do it, but it's it's like in you, like you know French.
Yeah.
So to unlearn it, it's as hard as you would now sit down and try to learn Russian.
Yeah.
It's because it's like in your, it's like
it's you.
It's imprinted in your brain.
Yeah.
So it's hard to break.
Yeah, and like sometimes, like to give a side note, like when I thought about it, was like, let's say I'm in a nightclub with my friends, and if I have someone who's drunk constantly, I'm immediately gonna stop. You stop fucking touching me, bro. I'm gonna fucking hit you. You know what I mean? But then I saw other people. They're gonna be like, oh, you know what? Could you maybe stop touching me? Then I'm like, yeah, you know what? I could actually. Yeah. But it's like it doesn't pass to my mind to react like he did. But that's actually like the normal way to react first and all. Can you stop touching me? But in my mind, it's like, immediately, fucking stop fucking touching me. You know what I mean?
Because your brain is wired that way.
Yeah.
Like you don't even go to. It's because when you're young, you're like a sponge, and everything that your parents do, you take it, and you become that. It's crazy, honestly. It's a crazy thing, man. Yeah. Like, and they say like generations they pass
trauma
like,
and
trauma
whatever.
passes to generation because. That's such a true thing, man.
Yeah, generational
So that's
trauma.
the thing that I would like to unlearn, and I'm still to this day working on it every day, man. Every day I try to have, you know, like since I had my kids, I'm much more patient now than 8 weeks ago. Yeah. Much more patient, bro. Because you need to be.
Yeah, and before you weren't really patient, like when we were living at home and whatever. Yeah. But one thing that I do really appreciate from our parents is they never ever had a victim mentality. Especially, I mean, like it or not, many immigrants, they can easily fall into the trap of having a victim mentality. Oh, I'm here as an immigrant, I can't get a job because I'm an immigrant. But our parents never ever had a victim mentality. And I feel like they raised us to never have a victim mentality. And that's one thing that I really love and I appreciate that we grew up like that.
Victim mentality, and also like to not have victim mentality, and also like now I realize that they went through a lot of shit, man. Like, man, they fled a country that was war-torn, pregnant. They came here, raised children, build back that life, and they didn't know. Yeah, I don't think you understand how hard that is.
But they did all of that without ever having a victim mentality.
And saying,
never.
They just
never.
Like our parents are very, very, very resilient people. Very resilient. Man. Shout out. They're resilient as fuck.
How do you think birth order shaped who we are? So you're firstborn, I'm secondborn.
It shapes a lot because, like, my parents. They always tell us they were more rough with me.
Yeah.
It's because they were learning with me.
Firstborn, yeah.
So, firstborn, you learn with him. You don't know how to be a parent. Like even now, I've only been parent for 8 weeks. I'm still a white belt.
Yeah, white belt.
I don't know how to be a good I'm still learning. And honestly, it's a fucking learning curve. It's not like I thought you have the kid and you know. No, you don't know. Well, you don't know. Yeah. You learn every day how to be parent. Yeah. And I'm sure parents, even now, they have kids that are 20, they're still learning how to be parents because it changes every fucking day. Because the kid is never the same. So you always need to adapt to him because he's always changing. So what we were saying, sorry.
The question was, how do you think birth order shaped who we are?
It changes a lot because...
No, but more specifically, us too.
Because, like, I'm the firstborn... So they were rougher with me, so I had like a little bit rougher when I was young, and I'm older. So I'm the older brother, and I know that like there's a difference. Like when we were small, there was a problem at the time. I was like your idol because my big brother, look, he's big, he's strong, and whatever. And then like, you know, like I think boys, it's normal. Like I was always teasing you and hitting you, so that maybe I remember like. You know, like there was a phase when we were young, we liked each other a lot. Yeah. And then adolescent, we didn't talk a lot each other, you know?
But we didn't hate it. Hate each other. We never hated each other.
But we weren't like friends.
Yeah. No.
You remember?
Yeah. When you were like 16, I was like 13. Yeah.
You were doing your shit, I was doing my shit. And we respected each other, but we weren't friends.
No, but once I reached like 16, 17 and you were 19, 20, then that's when like we started becoming
Okay, so see, so there was a gap.
Yeah.
But it is a difference. I don't know on your end, like how is it being the smaller brother? It has an impact.
Of course. I mean, you were always hitting me, always like pushing me, whatever. But I feel like you said, when we were younger, we were best friends.
Yeah.
And then when you reach like 15, also when you reach 14, 15, 16, I was still like not an adolescent. I was like 11, 12. So for me, it was like, oh, let me be still best friends with him. But you was like, no, I don't want to hang out with my little brother. I want to be cool in high school. I want to hang out with other people and girls. I'm not going to hang out with my little brother. That's not cool. Yeah. But then after puberty, when you realize, that was fucking like, we were just stupid teenagers. Yeah. Now we're again best friends. I feel like we're best friends. When we were really young, like our parents are always saying that, and then puberty phase, like you wanted to, which is normal. Like you didn't want your little brother there chilling with you and your friends when you were 16, 17, and I'm 13. It's like, bro, I don't want him to be chill there with us. But then when I hit like 16, 17, you were like 19, 20. I feel like then we retook what we were when we were like 9 and 12. So that's how I see it. But also I think that like your personality is perfect for the bigger brother. I mean, perfect to a certain extent for bigger brother, and mine is for smaller brother. I feel like if you had your personality as a smaller brother and I had my personality as a younger brother, I don't think that it would have functioned as well as it's functioning right. I don't think so.
Why?
I don't know specifically why. I don't think that how much you protected me and how much like you're like the bigger brother, whatever. I don't know if I would have. No, maybe I would have.
Because you would have assumed the role.
Yeah, maybe that's why. Yeah.
You would have been the big bro, so you feel like the need to help your little brother out.
Because now, like when I was younger, I never felt the need to help you out.
No, because I'm 3 years older.
Yeah, maybe that's why. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know, but I feel like what we have, it's like.
But like every family, and if I was a girl, it wouldn't have been the same.
Of course,
it would have been completely different. Like
yeah.
every family has, it's completely unique because like how many kids. Like if it's 1, 2, 3 has an impact. 4, how many girls, how many boys, like all that. Like every family is completely unique because every dynamic is different.
Yeah, and when you're older, like you naturally immediately assume the role of he's my younger brother. I have to like take over him, protect him, and whatever. But I just find it weird nowadays. I have a lot of friends who not only are they not best friends with their siblings, but they don't even talk to their siblings.
That's sad.
Yo, that's like. I don't understand how it's even possible.
But I just think it's sad.
Because in my mind, like right now, I have like 3, 4 very close friends, but I'm never gonna love them or not respect them, but I mean, I'm never gonna trust them as much as I can my brother. It's completely different.
I feel like maybe.
So like, if you don't have that relationship with your brother, well, who are you gonna have it? Maybe your wife, okay, but I mean, who else?
That's a tricky thing. I think that's maybe also cultural. Like here in North America, people are less like family, and they gravitate more towards their friends. And like it's like me. Like right now, I look at my kids and I'm like, so you're not gonna talk to each other in 15 years. Like that's so stupid. Like look, like your brother and sister. Like you like. How can that happen? But here in North America, it happens a lot. Yeah. I think it's a cultural thing, but I find it sad because. Like people need to realize that at the end of the day, like honestly speaking, like I think I have one true friend. I think so. Mm-hmm. He may backstab me whenever. Of course, yeah. Who knows? He's been my friend since I'm 5 years old. Yeah. He's the only one that I'm like, okay, like I think he's a legit friend. Yeah. But even then, like you never know. Like if something arises, he may favor him than me and fuck him. You know. Like, so at the end of the day, like. If you can't trust your blood, you can't trust no one. Because at the end of the day, your immediate family is it should be the most important thing for you in your life. Yeah. But some people don't have that, and then they turn towards friends. But I think everyone realizes when they get older that like friends is just something to have fun with them. Yeah. That's the way I see my friends is I have fun with them.
Yeah, of course. That's how I see it. Yeah.
I watch the Super Bowl, drink, fun, but I cannot rely on them as much as I can rely on you.
Especially now that I'm older, how I see my friends is, yo, when I'm gonna go out, have fun at the bar, have fun at playing soccer, have fun in general, it's gonna be with my friends. But
they can be family.
I'm not necessarily gonna build my identity around them. Like at the end of the day, not that I don't give a fuck about them, I love them, they're my friends, I wish them the best. But I mean, at the end of the day, I do my stuff, you do your stuff. And when it's time to have fun, like go to the club, whatever, let's have fun together. And then, I mean, that's it. But I mean, in my mind, I'm like, I always have Luka, and he's always gonna be like my best friend. Of course, you're gonna have your wife. I'm gonna have my wife one day and whatever. But at the end of the day, it's always gonna be like, oh, but Luka's my best friend because.
But we're brother, bro. Yeah, like we came from the same, like the same two people. Yeah, I built us.
Yeah, I know personally people that's not the case, and whenever I remember that, I'm so fucking grateful that we're best friends, man. I'm so fucking grateful, man.
It's good, but maybe we could ask like a psychologist or sociologist where it's like that.
I'm a sociologist, bro. I have my degree in sociology.
Maybe there's like a good reason
Ask
why.
me, bro.
But I think they would say that it's not good. Like try to have good relationship with your family. I think that's the best path for happiness.
Yeah. Okay, so one word. How would you describe our brotherhood?
And love.
I would say best friends. No, Brother Bear. You know the movie Brother Bear?
Brother Bear. Yeah. I just love, man. We have love for each other. Like, and also, like, we don't need we just have a great relationship together. And we had our, like, ups and downs or whatever, but that's normal.
Yeah, of course.
That's normal.
What do you fear most about growing old?
Like, I'm not scared about that. I'm not even scared about dying, honestly. Like, some people are scared about growing old or dying, but not me. And the more I get older, the more I realize, like, it's so important to just be, like, present each day.
Yeah, day
just
by
be
day.
grateful and
Yeah.
present. And like I know, like my wife, she's fucking amazing at that. Because when I start being with her, she said like, "Oh, you're always projecting like." Oh, in 1 year.
Yeah, I want to be here. I want to be there.
I'm excited to go on trip. She's like, my wife. She's so in the present moment.
Yeah, that's really good.
That she because she's like that. I'm always with her. Then she learned me to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when I had my kids. I'm like, oh, I'm excited to when Milan's gonna be older, you know. But then she's like, but enjoy him now. Like, no, he's a small little cute baby.
Smart.
So now I'm thinking like, and he's not gonna be like that forever.
Yeah.
In 2 years, he's gonna already be a small toddler.
Yeah.
And then he's never gonna be baby again. So enjoy while he's a baby.
Mm-hmm.
You know, our parents always said they miss when we were younger. Because now we're older.
Yeah.
So you need to enjoy every day.
Yeah.
And getting older doesn't make me sad because I think I'm gonna be like her dad. I'm just always gonna be young.
Yeah, that's like our dad.
Young.
You remember? I remember when we were younger, you were pissed when our dad, like when you're in puberty phase, you know, you care like, oh my god, how is my dad gonna represent me, whatever. But now you realize, yo, he's actually doing it the right way.
Yeah.
Like he's born the 8th of July, just like me. He's gonna be 56, where I'm gonna be 25. But I mean, at the end of the day, yo, our dad, he could come out with our friends now that we're older, and he could have fun with us.
All my friends, they're like, your dad is so
yeah,
cool.
my friends also, they're like, yo, he looks like a mafia guy. He's so fucking nice. And
I tell them, yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, he is. Now that you're older, yeah, when you're a teenager, you're like, oh my god, he's weird, whatever.
Like, shut up with your dad jokes and.
Yeah, but now you're like, nah, he's actually for an older guy, he's really cool.
I think I'm gonna be like, I'm always gonna be young. I'm never gonna be like old. I know sometimes you say like, oh, Luka, stop, you're acting old.
I know, but sometimes you act a little bit old, man.
No, I feel like maturing.
No, but I feel like I don't know if you're gonna act as young as our dad is acting.
Maybe not.
I don't know, because sometimes I feel like
mature more.
Sometimes you're talking like if you're fucking 55. Like, what are the new trends on social media, bro? You're 28.
No, but I know there's other trends I don't know, bro. Honestly.
Okay, yeah, but you're 28.
No, I know, but there's a lot of shit that.
No, but the way you say it, you're like, what are you kids doing nowadays? I'm like, bro, you're 28. Chill out, bro.
No, but there's maybe stuff that even you don't know what the
of course,
are doing.
I know. But
like
still.
even you're not even like in the, you know.
Yeah.
Like you're getting more and more an adult.
Yeah, 25.
Like, remember when you were
next
16?
week.
You're like 25. That's old man.
Yeah.
Remember?
I remember. Yeah.
See?
One thing I would say I fear most, not even now, like now I learned how to live more day by day. Like, how can I do the most today?
Yeah.
And then when I did the most I could, or just try to do the most I can, I go to sleep. There's a next day tomorrow, and then I try. But before I would have probably said not accomplish like my dreams or whatever. Probably something like that would have been. But now I try to like your wife does, just living day by day. And I'm like, yo, let me try to do the most I can, be the most like accomplished I can today. And then I just go to sleep.
But if you do that every day, that compounds.
Of course, that's how you should live life.
Yeah, that's how. And just live in the present moment. That's the best. So you shouldn't be afraid of getting older.
Yeah. Does social media have more pros or cons? You're 28.
I think it have more. I think it has more pros, but it has a lot of cons. Yeah. But there's a lot of pros.
Yeah, I think there's way more pros. Like, it makes the world way smaller. And I mean, it cuts off the middleman in so many aspects. Like, let's say when I trained with Charles Jourdain, when I got in contact with him, I didn't go through his manager. I didn't go through whoever. I just DM'd him on Instagram, yo, let's work out. He's like, okay, pull up Chambly. So that's one example. I feel like there's so many examples that you can reach people so easily.
And
connecting everyone. And then let's say you go on vacation in fucking Taiwan and you meet someone, you want to be friends with him. You can just go back home. He go back home to China. You go back home to Canada. And you can still contact each other every single day.
But not even that. Like, there's a lot of like stuff on social media, like support groups, like pregnant women. There's like group for pregnant women, and then pregnant women, they can exchange their like experiences and talk. And there's a lot of pros, a lot, and like people share information and like there's like people like to hate on social media, but there's a lot of pros.
Yeah, I think there are cons, and some of those cons can be really big. But I still feel like at the end of the day, if you make a list of pros and cons, there's going to be way more pros, and the pros are going to outweigh the cons by like miles. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Who is winning the 2026 World Cup? Soccer talk, broski.
Spain, Argentina, or France? Because honestly,
France.
Did you look?
No. That's what I said to my friends. When I said France are going to be, they played against Spain, right, in the semifinals. I said, yo, Spain are amazing, but France, look at their players, bro. They're fucking phenomenal. And Pogba is back. I'm sorry, Pogba still has that, but like
how old is he?
33, 32 maybe. But he still has that inside of him.
He didn't play a lot, these last years.
He couldn't. He was banned from playing.
Yeah, I know, but like, did he stay in shape?
Well, I don't know. He signed for Monaco recently. He's gonna be playing for Monaco. Let's see. That's all. We still have.
Prime Pogba was insane.
Oh, and we still have one season until the 2026 World Cup.
Yeah, but like I was looking like at their
potential lineup.
forwards. Their forwards are insane, bro.
Bradley Barcola, Desiree Doué, Mbappe, Dembele. Yo, it's
That's
crazy,
fucking insane, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But I think just their middle and their defense is not as good.
It's not. And Spain, their midfield is the best midfield.
But everything, their defense, Andre, and
and their attack with Nico Williams, Lamine Yamal, Pedri in the middle of the field, Fabian Ruiz, Rodri's back.
Yeah,
and ever since he's back, Man City are playing so fucking well. And I'm sorry to say it, Man City were lacking Rodri. And Rodri
there's a reason he won the Ballon d'Or.
Oh,
man.
yeah, no, bro, yo.
And also with the defense, man, like
Huijsen and all those, yo.
Kubarsi and Balde.
I hope Argentina wins it. I want Argentina
could win it too.
Yeah, I want Argentina to win.
Because like they have even, I think, if you take out Messi, because now Messi's older, he's not as good as 2022.
Yeah.
2022 was better than 2026. Of course, he's older, but take out Messi, the team is better now because McAllister is older. Like McAllister now, he's like he's number 10 for Liverpool. He's one of the best midfielders in the world.
No, he is.
Enzo Fernandez is older.
Julian
Alvarez
better is
now.
amazing.
Julian Alvarez is way better now than 2022.
And,
like they have a way better team. And also Lautaro Martinez last year was one of the favorites for Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, I know.
So they have a great team.
And believe me, now Messi, when he played against this watch game against PSG, he was so fucking good, bro. He was like the team Inter Miami is shit. Pure dog shit. Oh my god, it's shit. And guys, it shows you the difference of level between MLS and Europe. Difference is miles away. But Messi, bro, even Vitinha said Messi is still the best player on planet Earth. Vitinha said that. He's like, bro, he's still the best player. So believe me, Messi's gonna play in the World Cup. He's gonna play a deeper role with more passes, running less because.
Or he can like play 70 minutes and go out.
Yeah, but he's gonna
like
start. That's for sure.
Yeah, of
because
course.
His passes, yo, bro. Once he did like a turn. He took out, I think, Desiree Doué with the turn, and then he did an amazing pass on the line. I was like, yo, bro.
But is he going to play in 2026? Because I heard he was saying he wasn't sure.
He's going to play because he wants to play one World Cup where he's defending the World Cup with the title
with
on
the three stars.
He's going to play, that's for sure.
They can win it again.
Bro, if they win again, bro. And Messi wins it again. Yo, Ronaldo fans, if Messi wins it again, the World Cup, yo, even now, fuck you.
But you know what? I think Portugal have a great team too.
Yeah, they do, yeah. I'm gonna keep it honest, they do.
I think they have the best team ever that I saw.
For Portugal.
Yeah, no, they have, like, since I'm born.
For Portugal.
Portugal now have the best team ever.
For Portugal.
Yeah. They have the best team ever now.
Like,
especially with Vitinha and Nuno Mendes that are, like, skyrocketed and all the other players that they have, man. Rafael Leao.
But bench CR7.
But I think he's probably gonna super sub.
Yeah.
He's gonna be how old? He's 43.
41.
He's gonna be old, man.
Bro.
But we're gonna see if they. But maybe they're gonna start him just because they love him too much. He's a legend.
Who is winning the Ballon d'Or? With everything that happened, man, Vitinha reached a high place
now. I don't think so.
There's a lot of talk.
That's a reach.
And one thing why I think maybe is because he's European and he's white. That helps, man.
He's not gonna win Ballon d'Or.
I hope so. I hope he doesn't.
But what are the odds? Like, what are they saying?
Like, he reached a big status now because he won the Euro Nations League with Portugal. Like it or not.
But that doesn't mean a lot.
But still, he won it. He won the Champions League. He was
Dembele was better than
Vitinha.
But
he didn't win nothing Euro Nations League. This guy won the Euro Nations League.
I don't think that doesn't mean a lot.
No, but it means like I'm a team.
That for me doesn't mean nothing.
National team trophies matter for the Ballon d'Or.
Did the teams play seriously in that tournament?
Yeah, they played their best.
They play their best?
Yeah, of course. Even friendly games, they play their best, man.
But it doesn't mean a lot. Like, I don't know why.
But still, I mean, it's like you won the Euro Nations. I don't know. I think I hope it's Dembele. I feel like Dembele deserves it.
Dembele or Lamine? Who else can it be?
Or Lamine, yeah. But the thing is, Lamine, the final, he wasn't there in the final.
I know, but he played the fucking amazing Inter Milan.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I think
the final of the Euro Nations League.
They take out the odds. What the odds makers say. Because now it's over, right? Now they cannot play anymore for that for the Ballon d'Or.
Ballon d'Or 2025. Yeah, 2024, 2025. Ousmane Dembele, Dani Olmo. Ousmane Dembele, it's 2-5. Lamine Yamal is 3-1. Vitinha, it's 7-1.
It's Dembele or Lamine.
I don't think they're gonna give it to Lamine. He's too young. But he could, like, how he played, he could win it. But he's too young, man. That's the thing. But yeah,
Vitinha is third now.
Yeah,
that's crazy, man.
Or maybe even. Because I don't understand the odds, because the way they're talking, they're saying that...
No, but that's good, those odds. That's why you do it like 2-5, whatever, if you calculate it, but...
Yeah, okay.
So probably Dembele.
I say Dembele. I hope Dembele.
Yeah, I would have told that 2-3 years ago when Dembele's going to win a Ballon d'Or, you would have never believed me.
Guys, I've been saying since the beginning, I've always said Dembele is better than Mbappe. Now there's a chance a big chance of Dembele winning a Ballon d'Or before Mbappe. 3 years ago, it seemed like impossible, right? To say Dembele's going to win a Ballon d'Or before
Mbappe. He was fucking up
Mbappe.
at Barcelona.
Of course, but now it's probably going to happen, and Dembele, Mbappe fans.
But Lamine could win it, man. He could.
But I think he's too young, but hey, let's see.
Yeah.
Next question. In the next 5 years, who will have more success, Barca or Real Madrid? Next 5 years.
Barca.
Yeah. I had the same thing. Barca. Yeah. Next 5 years, man, I think Real Madrid are going to be phenomenal. But between those two, I feel like Barca are going to have more success in the 5 years.
And Andre, you see this, they signed Nico Williams.
Yeah.
And you saw Hansi Flick's plan for Nico Williams. Rafinha's going to be in the center.
Attack midfielder, Lamine on the right, Nico Williams on the left. But the thing is...
I told you so.
But the thing is, Lewandowski's going to be 9.
Julian Alvarez.
And then they say that...
no, Dani Olmo's going to be false 9.
Yeah, false 9. But then, how can you put Rafinha attack? I mean, you can. I mean, Dani Olmo false 9, then Rafinha like Iniesta, Dani Olmo like
Rafinha
Messi.
like Iniesta.
Pedri like Xavi. And then a defensive midfielder. Yeah, it could be amazing. It could be amazing.
Good with Nico Williams,
and the next 5 years, man, Barca are having more success.
And you remember in Euros, Andre, how Nico Williams played good?
In my opinion, he was the best player. Like, he was better than Lamine Yamal in the Euro 2024.
He was insanely good.
Yeah, he was. Nico Williams.
And Barcelona signed him, man.
Yeah.
They don't have the money, but they're making it work.
But I want Julian Alvarez to come, bro. One day.
That would be crazy.
Oh, bro.
That would be perfect.
That would be phenomenal.
But Dani Olmo was also good, though. I think he's a good false 9.
Yeah. But false 9 is tricky, man.
But you have Lamine and Nico that'll attack a lot, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, I feel like...
You don't need a true number 9.
Yeah, but to play false 9, I mean, you can put him false 9, but he's never going to fulfill the full destiny of a false 9 because only Messi can play false 9.
Of course not, but I think when you have good wingers like Lamine, Rafinha, and Nico Williams,
it's crazy.
You don't need to have a pure goal scorer because you're going to have those 3 guys scoring a lot of goals. You don't need if you have Julian Alvarez, that's like, maybe it's not even good Julian Alvarez because the wingers are going to score too much.
But that's the thing, because playing false 9 is so tricky, man, and I feel like I said it that so far only Messi can play that position.
If you have Julian, you won't play him false 9.
No, you play him 9.
But I don't know he will have that many chances because you have so many
but Lamine Yamal isn't the most scoring type, it's more the assist making type. Nico Williams is like half. So I feel like I would prefer a Julian Alvarez, Lamine Yamal, and Nico Williams.
That would be too crazy.
That would be crazy, man. Fuck.
Maybe in a couple of years. Who knows?
Who will win the... Should England change their style of play? I said it so many times, yes, man. Their players are amazing on paper. Now, maybe they have the best team on paper. I mean,
maybe. They're
crazy.
They're loaded.
But their style of play, bro, get the ball up front, just get it up front some way, and attack.
They don't need to. They have Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham in the middle.
Yeah, but it's in their culture. Like, there's an Italian
and also
guy.
Phil Foden and everything. They can take their time with the ball.
Palmer,
amazing
with the ball. Saka's amazing with the ball.
Yeah.
They have amazing players, bro.
They just have Harry Kane that likes to
but their style of play, man. Yeah, they had. In my opinion, they should change it, man. They
have the new coach, so maybe Thomas Tuchel. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's more like a cultural thing, an English thing where they like this grit, like. Fucking put the ball
Throw the
up
ball
front.
and fucking hit everyone.
Attack, defend, is strong and shit, man. But in my opinion, that should change. The next question.
England could win World Cup, man. They have the talent for it.
They have the talent for it, but I don't see it happening. But
they could. They could be like a Cinderella team.
Yeah, they have the talent for it.
More than, honestly, for me, it's like teams who can realistically win it. France, Spain, Argentina. And after that, I think it's England. More than Germany, more than Portugal.
Did you see what Romário, the Brazilian legend, said regarding Brazil? He said the only way, if Brazil want to have winning chances in the 2026 World Cup, the only way, and I agree 100%, I did an last episode when I was alone, and I agree 100%, he said that if we want any winning chances, build around Neymar Jr. And the players need to run and play for Neymar Jr. Just like Argentina did for Messi in the 2022 World Cup.
But can he play?
That's the thing. If he can, and if somehow those 7 games, because the World Cup it's 7 games, 3 games in group stage and then 4 round of 16, whatever. It's 7 games. If somehow Neymar can pull it off and play his best.
He's injured again, no?
Yeah, I know, but if somehow he can pull it off and play his best, and they build around Neymar and the entire team plays for Neymar, they're going to win the World Cup.
But I don't even know if he's going to play.
He's going to play, but he's probably not going to be serious, just like he always is. But if somehow that happens, Neymar is really fully dedicated to this shit, 100%, and they play around Neymar and they all run for Neymar, they have the best chance of winning the World Cup, Brazil.
You think so?
Yeah. If that happens, if all of that happens, they have the best chance because no one compares.
Is he in shape, Neymar? He looks fat a little bit.
No, but I mean, but if he gets in shape, because he's still in shape.
That's so much.
No, but he's not fat. He's not fat. He's in shape.
A little bit, no.
No, but he's always been a little bit chubby because he likes to eat and drink.
Not in Barcelona. He was like skinny.
Yeah, he was skinny, but now it's like skinny, a little bit fat, but not skinny fat. Skinny, but a little bit not as.
I think that's not possible. He's not.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm just saying that if it was to happen, they're winning the World Cup and it's gonna be crazy. Okay, next question. Who will win a Ballon d'Or first? Mbappe or Lamine Yamal?
Lamine.
I think Lamine, but if next season Real Madrid go crazy, and Mbappe, I mean, he finished top scorer in Europe. He won the Golden Boot, Mbappe. So it was his first season. Beginning was a bit slow, but still altogether he had an amazing season at Real Madrid. And if Real Madrid somehow, if next season Real Madrid win the Champions League and Mbappe fucking destroys Europe, they're going to give him the Ballon d'Or. And plus with age is a huge factor. You're going to be like, oh, Mbappe has been doing it for 8 years. He fucking deserves his Ballon d'Or. You know how DiCaprio, when he won his Oscar, it wasn't even his best movie, the movie
Revenant.
where he was like, yeah, Revenant. But what played a lot into it is like, yo, bro, he did like 10 movies in the past where he deserved the Oscar, just never got it. Let's give him one now. Maybe that's going to happen with Mbappe if next season they go crazy at Real Madrid, man. And they have Xabi Alonso, Trent Arnold, Huijsen. If they go crazy, man, fuck, bro.
It's possible, but I don't think he'll ever win
Lamine
one.
Yamal will win the Ballon d'Or before. I hope so, man, because, Lamine Yamal, man. And if he wins, it's going to be shattering the record by, like, years and years, man. It will be crazy. Is Kylian Mbappe overrated?
I think now he's properly rated.
Yeah?
Maybe a couple of years ago he was overrated. Now he's properly rated.
You were one of the ones overrating him.
Yeah. It was easy to overrate him before.
Yeah.
Like everyone, like when he won the World Cup, man, it was easy to hop on the bandwagon, man. Like
he won so much, yeah.
He was like 19, best player of the team, won the World Cup. Like fuck, like scores a lot of goals.
Yeah. But because in my opinion,
it was easy.
Mbappe is still like one of the greatest players on planet Earth right now. He's still amazing. Like he's phenomenal. But the reason why I think he was overrated in the beginning, because I heard people say like, oh, he's the next Messi, next Ronaldo. I was like, yo, bro, let's all chill the fuck out. Like, bro, chill out. He's good. He's amazing. But do you know who Messi is? Like, that's never going to happen probably. That's why I think he was a little bit overrated before. But I feel like now with what happened, he's more like, now I feel like some people underrate him because now they're like, oh, he had one bad season. Actually, it was a good season. Oh, he's not, Mbappe is still him. Like, I'm sorry, bro. You remember in 2022 World Cup in the final how he went crazy, bro? Yeah. Bro.
And he's still the best player on fucking Real Madrid.
Madrid and top 3 players in the world. At his peak value, bro, he's fucking phenomenal, man. Next question. Who is the greatest manager of all time in European football?
Pep, man, just because he proved
he won so much.
He won so much everywhere when he went. 2 trebles, man. Like I know Luis Enrique now did it, 2 trebles, but like just the consistency of always winning. I know like people say like, oh, but he had the money and everything, but it's like Lewis Hamilton who races for Mercedes and once like with the best teams, one of the best coaches, and like he's the GOAT, bro. Like just by if you look at stats wise, like someone can be like a hipster and say like, oh, Carlo Ancelotti or Luis Enrique or Jurgen Klopp, even if it was for a short time, but
Sir Alex Ferguson. In my opinion, I'm gonna be a hipster. It's Lucha Enrique, man.
I knew you were gonna go there.
Me, it's Lucha Enrique because this style of football is the most dominant style of football of all time, and it's always gonna be the most dominant. Pep's tiki-taka is really good. It's not the most dominant in my opinion. It's Lucha Enrique's. That style of football, so very technical, so very good with the ball, amazing with the ball, but constantly attacking. Tiki-taka, Pep, at the end of the day, tiki-taka, what happened is sometimes they cared more about having possession than actually being effective. Sometimes they would do passes like, okay, we did 5 passes in 30 seconds, but you could have done all of that action in 2 passes. I feel like that's more Lucha Enrique ball. That's why, in my opinion, Lucha Enrique, he doesn't have, but still he has a lot of trophies, 2 trebles with Barca and PSG, and he's very young for a manager. He still has like 25 years to manage. I feel like he's gonna, and I hope, wild prediction, he's gonna end up as the most accomplished manager of all time and the greatest manager of all time. But
where was he between Barcelona and PSG?
He went for Spain national team a couple of years. I'm not sure exactly.
He had like a hiatus, no?
Yeah, for those years, but also his daughter died.
Yeah,
that was really sad. But he managed Spain national team for a couple of years, but I don't know if he managed other teams. I'm not sure.
And man, like another thing that I learned from having kids, man, is The worst thing that can happen to you in the world is your kids dying before you, and then that's the worst thing that can happen to you.
Can only imagine, man.
No, bro, you can't imagine. When you'll have kids, then you'll imagine.
I don't even want to imagine that, man.
And before I didn't understand how you can murder someone. Now I understand.
For your kids?
If you touch them up, like I understand now how it's possible to murder.
Yeah.
Before, like how can you murder someone? Now I understand.
No, once I understood.
Now it makes sense.
But me, it's more comical.
Now
I
it
remember
makes sense.
going out with my friends in Montreal with my friends. There was a bouncer, bro. He was such a dickhead. You just wanted to punch him in the face. After we got in, I was like, I went to my friends. I'm like, I never understood how people could kill other people. And I'm like, after meeting him, I understand a little bit how I could kill. So, yeah, a little bit. Like, bro, I wanted to fucking but now I understand how, there's many, especially in Europe, many bouncers, they get killed by clients because maybe they beat up a client and the client comes back with a machete or a gun and he fucking kills the bouncer. I would have never done it. Me, it was more comically, like I would never kill someone. Maybe for my kids, like you said.
No, for your kids you would.
But now, like I was saying that comically, the bouncer in Montreal, that was more comically. But some people in Montreal, because some people are fucked up in the head. And if a bouncer, you worked in nightclubs, you know how some bouncers can be? They can be really fucking, they think they're like fucking John Jones.
James Bond.
Yeah, they're like, bro, chill the fuck out. You're not G.I. Joe, bro. You're a fucking bouncer. You fucking ID him and let him in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But some bouncers, man, it goes to their head like the power
They
trip
think
or
they're
whatever.
the lieutenant of the United States Army. Fuck.
Like, bro, you're not him, bro. Chill out. And sometimes the bouncers, they can beat up someone and that guy is mentally like fucked up in the head. He can't come back, bro, and shoot him and whatever. So, yeah, but yeah, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah, so yeah.
Killing someone.
No, the managerial career of Luka Delic. So he was at Barcelona from 2014 to 2017. He went to Spain from 2018 to 2022. And then he was at PSG from 2023.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, he was for Spain most of the time. But yeah, I feel like, Luka Delic, man, I love that guy. Fucking amazing. Okay, next question. Will Patrick Mahomes dethrone Tom Brady as the GOAT?
50-50.
You're not sure? If you had to put a bet, gun to your head.
Because I think like the Kansas City dynasty is going to go down maybe now.
It's not going to be like the New England.
It's going to be like what we thought.
He's 29.
But if he would have won the three-peat, I would say yes. But now that he lost it, that's like the biggest swing of like, now I'm like 50-50.
50-50? Because he's going to be 30 before the season starts, Patrick Mahomes.
I don't know he's going to play as long as Brady because he's like a little bit fat.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
He's not going to play till he's 45.
You don't think so?
No. Because
Brady was like a longevity king.
Because he was like when he was young, older, was like addicted to eating healthy and like he was like a little bit like fucking obsessed. I don't know. Patrick Mahomes is obsessed.
You don't think he's as obsessed as? No. But he's more talented, right? More skillful.
Yeah, more talented. But like sometimes you think people are gonna have bigger dynasties than what they really have. And now I don't know. Like they're gonna be very good, but I don't know if he's gonna be like better than Tom Brady. Maybe people are gonna say he's more talented, but maybe not more accomplished.
Yeah, because Tom Brady won 7 fucking Super Bowls. That's crazy. Okay, next question. Who is the GOAT? Michael Jordan or LeBron James? Now, be honest. Like, say it how it is. Who's the GOAT?
But for me, LeBron.
LeBron, really? Why?
He didn't. The only thing that Michael has more than him is championships, but LeBron has literally everything else.
More than him. More MVPs?
More or the same MVPs.
Yeah, 4.
But MVPs, it's stupid because he should have won 10.
LeBron, okay.
He should have won 12.
If it was for like who's the best player, actually, it should have been him always.
It's like Messi. Like we said, Messi should have won it 15 times, but LeBron should have won it 50 times.
Yeah.
Like for like only now the last 5 past years he's old, but from when he came into we came into the league 2 years after, 5 years ago, he should have won every year because he was the best player in the league. But they want to be like, oh no, this guy had a good season, but everyone knew like he's the best.
But do you think more people are for Michael or for LeBron?
It depends generationally. People from my generation say LeBron. People from our older generation, they say Michael.
But is it as close as is it as different as Messi and Ronaldo? Because if we're being honest, all the coaches, all the players say Messi.
No, I think
is it the same cause for LeBron?
I think it's the closest debate in all of sports.
Okay, so it's really close.
I think it's like I would say like maybe 50% say Michael and 50% say LeBron.
Okay, yeah. So there's like a good case for both.
Like that's in hockey it's Gretzky, in soccer it's Messi, and golf it's Tiger Woods. Let's say like in the F1 it's Schumacher. Like people have consensus, but in basketball like that's the true like Is it LeBron or is it Michael?
Okay, so it's really, really
That's
tight.
what I think. Maybe
Yeah, because like I said, Stephen A. Smith, he says it's Michael, right?
because he's older.
Yeah, I know, but I
He
hear
knows
many.
basketball a lot.
Yeah. So that's why I say I hear many big media personalities in basketball that are like very good reputation, whatever. Some say Michael, but someone says LeBron. It's not like soccer. Like, if we're being honest, all the best players, like I said, all the best managers, they all say Messi. So
I like to say that, huh?
Yeah, I love
because
to
it
say
feels good to you. Because it's like you're like.
it gets me here, bro. It's like soothing.
no.
You know, it's like when you have a hiccup that's stuck and then it gets out. It's like the same. It's like,
Okay.
it's nice, man. What would you do with your life if money wasn't a factor at all? Like, you had all the money in the world.
Okay. I would just like. I think another thing that I found like that's important. The more that I get older, like, because when you get older, like, money comes and goes your whole life. Like, money is not that important. Like, the most important is that you have good relationships with people that are close to you. That's the most fulfilling. Because money, like you said, I want to have this much in my account, and then you have it, and you're like, you're not that more happy, or you have career goals and you achieve them, and that's never true happiness. Or like you go on, you can like buy like fake happiness, like in a hedonistic way, and just like always travel and do stuff, but nothing will fulfill you as much as having good relationship with close people.
Genuine
And I think
relationships.
like when you're close to dying, that's what you'll remember the most. The good time you had with your kids, the good time you had with your wife, with your brother, father. I think that's the most fulfilling.
You know, whenever on social media you see like posts like, 20 like a nurse who interviewed 20 people who are close to dying, and they always say the same thing, like, get closer with your kids, have more genuine time with people, close ones. No one says, I wish I would have accomplished more in my career, I wish I would have made more money. They all say the same things. Like,
money is not that.
Yeah.
And also, it's like you're never satisfied.
Yeah. So if you had all the money in the world, you would just like.
But like maybe
You have to. You still have 24 hours in a day,
maybe
right?
for like 10 years you would have like crazy fun, but then you would, if you don't have good close relationship, you're gonna feel like empty.
Yeah.
Not gonna feel fulfilled. It's like, you know, what's hedonism.
Yeah.
It's just like you just want to have like
short-term pleasures.
short-term.
Yeah. Go to the strip club, be drunk on a night out.
But then like when you wake up the next morning, like, is this true happiness?
It never really meant anything.
It's like it's empty.
Yeah. But okay, so what I'm trying to say is, like, let's say I had all the money in the world. What I would do is I would still go to the gym, that's for sure. I would travel a lot. I think I would travel a lot, and I think I would still do podcasts. Like traveling and podcasts, I think, and working out, I think those three things I would be doing the most if I had all the money in the world. So like, what would you do if you wake up?
I would just try to have like as much.
Would you still have a job?
I would try to like probably not. Like I don't think. But maybe for the first years, then maybe I would like find I would
Something
need
else.
to find something to do.
Yeah.
Because you can't just not do nothing. I think we were designed to do something. You cannot just like I think it's like it can even be toxic, just like not working and just being like fun, hedonistic fun all the time, empty fun. Like
you have to do meaningful stuff.
You need to do meaningful
and
stuff.
hard stuff. Also, when you do hard stuff, that's when you actually feel good about yourself.
100%.
Yeah.
Maybe I think also like someone just giving you all the money in the world, I think it's good. I think it's better if you work for it and you have it. That's much more fulfilling.
And you have to suffer and you have to whatever. Because if someone just gives it to you, it's like.
I think you like more to grind for 100,000 than someone gives you $1 million.
I think also what's good about someone who has a lot of money, what makes it fun is because you remember when you didn't have no money. But if you're born a multimillionaire and all your life you're multimillionaire,
nothing.
It's because for you it's normal.
I don't even think you're that happy because you don't even understand like the value of it, and you don't truly enjoy it.
It's like right now I can drink water, right? For me, it's like, yeah, of course I can drink water,
but don't drink for a couple of weeks.
I'm gonna be like, yo, what the fuck? That's the fuck,
you know, when you're fucking thirsty, you're like, oh, water tastes good.
Yeah. Oh, it tastes amazing.
No one says
bro.
that, you know. But when you're satisfied, water it tastes like nothing. But when you're thirsty, it tastes really good.
Yeah.
Or when you're really hungry, you know, when you're really hungry,
when you're fasting,
you can just give me a slice of bread. Oh, this is the best shit ever.
Yeah, I know.
It's just a slice of
when
bread.
I'm fasting and I'm like, okay, I can't take it anymore. I'm like hungry like an animal.
Everything tastes good.
The first bites, you're like, holy fucking shit, bro. Is this dope? Is this like cocaine?
But it's just normal. It's just like rice.
Yeah, it's like rice with soy sauce.
Yeah.
Next question. What is the biggest lesson you learned so far in life?
I think a big thing that I learned recently is like not like every day you need to try. You cannot never take a day for granted. You cannot like every day you need to try to be the best that you can be. Like every day, like I think like a lot of marriages that finish is like because people don't try anymore, or like you need like, and every day is gonna be a grind. No, it's not gonna get easier necessarily because you did it more. Like
You
every
get
day,
stronger.
every day you need to wake up and like consciously be like, okay, today I'm gonna try to be the best son that I can be and be the best husband or father or son or whatever. And you need to realize that it's gonna be a grind your whole life, but you cannot one day stop trying to be the best you can be. Like every day you need to like say, okay, today
Do hard stuff
I'm gonna not necessarily do hard stuff, but just like consciously be like, I want to be the best that I can be today and try and you're never gonna achieve it.
Yeah.
You need every day to do it.
Jordan Peterson once said, he said, when you set out a goal for yourself, then when you start doing harder and more difficult stuff, it doesn't get easier, you just get stronger and more competent. So it becomes easier for you because you're stronger. But the task, the whatever, is the same level of difficulty, just you become stronger. So I think that's one.
But I think maybe the lesson is like concentrate a lot on like self-improvement. I think that's maybe the true
meaning of
voyage of life. Like it's self-improvement.
But that's one thing Marcus Aurelius said in his book Meditation, said the true meaning of life is finding one thing, like specifically one thing, and just try to get better and better at it every day. Like one thing that like gives you purpose, something to live for bigger than yourself.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's like you said with your kids, it's like you don't live for you anymore, you just live for them now.
Yeah, something bigger than you.
Yeah,
that's a great thing.
Yeah.
Because when you don't have kids, like, and I'm not saying that everyone should have kids because some people don't, but that's a great thing because you live for something bigger than yourself.
Yeah.
I think now you understand that not everything is about you.
Yeah.
And when you're by yourself, you think everything is about you.
Of course, because now I don't even have a girlfriend. I don't have kids.
Yeah.
So
you
of
think
course
everything turns around you,
course,
but it doesn't, bro. Yeah.
Me, one big lesson is health is wealth. For me, I realize like, and the older I get, how important health is, and like it's more important than money, fame, whatever.
Of course,
health is like, bro, you can have all the money in the world, but when you simply have a flu, how you can't do anything, and you're like, oh my god. When your fucking nose is blocked, you're like, this is the fucking worst thing ever. So imagine having like, God forbid, cancer or whatever. I mean, health is wealth, man. That's one thing I would say.
And you cannot buy it.
Yeah, no, you can, man. What's your personal definition of a meaningful life?
I think like Jordan Peterson says it perfectly. He says like the best way you can live your life is taking on the most responsibility / sacrifice that you can take on, and always have like an upwards trajectory. So always looking upwards to how to have a better life, but taking on as much responsibility and sacrifice, I think that's where you find the most happiness and meaningfulness in your life. Is like, it doesn't need to be CEO of Google, man. You can just be the best at a worker at the Walmart that you work at, and try to be the best husband and father that you can be towards your family, and always try to like take on more. It's like, okay, you're a clerk, then you can be manager, but always try to like, and it can take time. Like it doesn't need to be quick, it can take 20 years, but I think when you're always have an upwards trajectory, and the goal of having the most responsibility and sacrifice, I think that way you'll be the most happy, and you'll say like, oh, my life has meaning.
Mm-hmm. I think it's like facing your fears, like not your rational fears, like not going in front of a fucking lion and trying to fight him, like that's a rational fear, but facing your irrational fears. I think that's like,
also a good one.
Yeah, I think I really, really, really love that one.
Because usually when you have fear of something, that's something you want to do.
Yeah.
Because I don't have fear of doing ballet. I don't care.
Because you don't give a fuck if you suck at it.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you don't give a fuck.
But for someone who's like, he wants to be a ballerina, you'll be like, oh fuck, like
going to audition is gonna be stressful because you care about it. But if I say, Luka, go do this ballerina audition, you'll be like, fuck, I'm gonna waste my time. Okay, I'm gonna fucking do it. I don't give a fuck, and you're gonna leave. Yeah.
No, facing your fears, it's a big one.
Yeah, I really love that one. Yeah, facing your fear. If you were to wake up as 15-year-old Luka with your 28-year-old Luka knowledge, what would you change?
I would tell him be more patient.
Regarding what?
Like everything.
Really?
Yeah.
What's one thing you think
and I think that
really
social media that maybe did that to my head, like everything. Impatient
career, love.
Everything.
Yeah.
Just more patient.
More patient.
Because you need to understand that Like everything takes a lot of time, and maybe even some things will take your whole life.
Yeah.
And maybe even at the end of the year we won't have like, but it's just, and even now with my kids, I'm fucking 20 times more patient, but I can even be more patient. And like patience is truly like a big thing that I think.
Patience is a virtue. And it's like so important because when you're young, 15, you think like, oh my God, if I don't have everything I want by 25, I'm a failure. But when you reach 25 or 30, you're like, bro, I still have like 60 years, God willing, if everything's good. Still have like 60 years to accomplish whatever you want or to get whatever you want or to live the experiences you want to live in life. So I feel like, yeah, patience is a really good one for when you're young.
And, yeah, because when you're patient, you're less hard on yourself and like, yeah, I was very impatient with everything.
Yeah. If you had a magic wand and you could only change one thing on planet Earth, what would you change?
Now that I have kids, man, war. That's I know, like, and my wife helped me realize this. Like, my wife, because she's a woman, you know, she's more sensitive.
Yeah.
And when there's like war, she's like, oh, but I'm like, oh, but it's normal. Humans been doing it since ever, and we'll always do it. But when you truly think about it, it's such a disgusting thing. Honestly speaking, now, especially now that I have kids, like, we're sending, because basically that's what it is. You're sending young men and women to go, like, so parents, you take the time to have kids, to nurture them, to raise them. And parents, they invest a lot and they sacrifice a lot for a baby to become a responsible adult. And now he's 25 and you're going to send them somewhere to kill each other. Like, it's such a, I know we made it normal in our head, but like my wife helped me realize it's such a disgusting thing that we do.
Yeah.
Killing each other for like stupid shit, for like,
and piece of land, territory, resources.
It's such stupid shit, man. Like,
it's always for the same thing: land, resources.
Like, if I have a magic wand, it will be like for worldwide peace.
Yeah, that's like the Miss Universe answer for the question.
It's a Miss Universe answer, but like I know it's like a hippie answer, but it's honestly the true, man. Yeah. Because it's such a disgusting thing. I
would say, man, that unwanted pregnancies don't exist. And STDs, so I can hit raw every time. Just I can hit raw every time, bro.
That's good.
If a genie gave you 3 wishes, what would you wish for?
Worldwide peace, and I don't know, man.
No, but okay, you can think about yourself a little bit. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
There's a genie pulls up to your face, like, yo, broski, you got 3 wishes.
I don't know, man. Maybe like tell me what would be like ideal career for me. Like, right now I have a job that I like a lot, but is there another job that I would like even more because you spend so much time working and it becomes a big part of your life? Like, can you show me right now what would be like the perfect job for Luka? But maybe that won't even be good because maybe you need to discover it by yourself and find out. And if you just give it to me, maybe I won't like it as much if I discover it and I learn to, you know. So
3
it's
wishes.
hard to say.
I give you 3 wishes. You gotta say 3. That's the game.
Okay. World peace. Give me my ideal career job and show me the best version of Luka that I can be. I guess.
Okay, but is there something like specific? Do you want a big house? Do you want?
Honestly, no. I'm much less materialistic now than I was before. Like, even right now, like I have like a small apartment and I'm very comfortable where I am. Like, I don't even know if I like to have like a big house.
For your kids, probably a bigger house.
No, but I think I want to have like the smallest that I can that we're comfortable.
Yeah. Because for me, how I see it home is like I just sleep there, I eat, and then I'd rather travel. You know how our dad, he put like a lot of money for us to travel instead of like having a bigger house, whatever. Yeah. So I feel like traveling's a good way.
Why having a big house is important?
I don't know. Like I don't care.
I
don't
have a
care.
lot of empty spaces.
I would prefer to have a really like beautiful, luxurious condo. It's less work. You don't have to shovel your fucking driveway, and you have a place to stay, and it's beautiful, and there's like a good view, whatever. 3 wishes though. Rich, famous.
But when you get older, it's gonna change that.
Probably, and when probably. And world peace. Fuck it, I'm gonna be nice. I'm not gonna think only about myself like the first 2.
But in 5 years, you won't tell me rich and famous anymore.
Maybe, yeah.
You're gonna see it's gonna change. You guys are still like young a little bit in that way.
Okay, last question. What's one prediction you have for the future? It's like something that is maybe hippie, like. What's one wild prediction you have for the future?
I'm going to say one right now because there's like a big narrative right now amongst a lot of people that right now like the world is shit.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of war and economic and like I hear people telling me like I don't want to have kids because I don't want to bring them in this shitty world.
Yeah.
I'm like that for me is so crazy.
That for me is a stupid
But also there's a lot of people like saying like oh man, it's shit. It's always gonna be shit. I'm like, okay, what was the question? Sorry, the prediction.
Yeah, for the future.
Like everyone, like there's gonna be better days, man. Like right now, it's yes. Like I know,
there's always gonna be something.
I know the
happening.
middle class right now, it's suffering a lot
in Canada,
and inflation and everything. It's hard now for people. Like,
yeah, it is.
And companies are hiring less, and inflation, and families have harder lives. But it's gonna be better, man. Like 80 years ago, there was a Second World War, and we got and that's much more crazier than now.
Oh, of course,
1,000 times more crazier. And we got out of that, and there was a good a stretch of 20, 30 years, like people, like it's like there's gonna be brighter days ahead. It may take again 5 years, 2030, until it starts getting beautiful, but it's gonna get beautiful, and people have kids because it's gonna get beautiful.
Of course,
don't tell
have
that to me.
a lot of kids.
That's stupid, bro.
Yeah. One prediction I have, and this is for like 1,000 years, 2,000 years, whatever. I feel like communism, Karl Marx, the way he wrote it, it's gonna be in place, and it's gonna be the most dominant one. Because I feel like now it's not gonna work. We're way too only think about ourselves, and we want 5 cars. Why do you want 5 Lamborghinis? You only need 1 car to get it from A to B. But now with our ego, oh no, it's status, social status. I feel like, and I don't know how many years, but like way down the line, it's not gonna exist anymore.
If we're smart enough.
I feel like we're gonna be way more developed in that sense, that the way Karl Marx wrote that, like it was on paper, it works perfectly. It didn't work out because humans aren't like that now. We're way too like primal and animalistic and whatever. But I feel like in I don't know how many thousands of years, that's going to be the system that's in place.
Like the ideal of the communism is like
it's like you take only what you need and you give out the best what you need. And like if you only need 1 car, even if you have like more status and you're smarter than someone else, it doesn't mean you need more cars than him, because you don't need more cars. You know, it's like a more human way of thinking and less animal, whatever.
Sure, yeah.
So that was it, guys. 25 questions with Luka Delic. Peace out.